And over in Europe, European Union finance ministers are meeting in Luxembourg this morning to try to hammer out details of a financial oversight overhaul that would affect the entire EU. Chris Burns is in Luxembourg with the latest. And Chris, the IMF has made comments on the European banking industry. What is the story here? Put it together for us.
Well, that's right, Scarlett. In fact, the IMF is joining in calls by the U.S. government for the Europeans to do stress tests on their banks. And the IMF says that European banks could need more than $375 billion in recapitalization. That's $100 billion more than the IMF says that the U.S. banks need. So they would like to get this out in the open, these stress tests. The European finance ministers are divided over this. Some would like to get it out in the open. Others say, go ahead with stress tests. But like the Germans say, don't publish all of that information. That could cause more destabilization. On the stimulus, $260 billion in stimulus that the European governments have so far committed. There is talk about when to hit the brakes. We're starting to see green shoots now. Here's what the European Monetary Affairs Commissioner said.
The moment to start implementing this exit strategy is indeed the moment when the recovery will start to have traction. We cannot start the exit strategy before.
And what about that strong euro we've been seeing lately? Could it possibly kill a European recovery from this terrible recession? Well, here's what the Dutch finance minister told me.
A strong euro usually reflects the strength of the economy. So if there's a strong euro, it means we've got strong fundamentals, and that's something to be proud of.
Now, there's also, as we speak, a lively discussion on how much to regulate, how much to supervise the European financial markets, how much power to give to European officials, how much could they perhaps override and bring binding mediation. That's the key word, binding mediation, in trying to settle certain issues like, for instance, reserve requirements. That is what they're talking about. The UK is fighting this sort of binding idea. Will they come out with a result? We'll see. If not, there will be a European summit later this month where they will have to probably settle this issue. Back to you.
Bloomberg's Chris Burns in Luxembourg.